welcome to this Calculate Net Income for the State of Pennsylvania video. We're going to walk through how you do a state income tax calculation for Pennsylvania. Quick reminder, this is not official tax advice. This is just for educational and informational purposes only. If you have any questions, please consult a CPA. All right, so we're going to be looking at the Pennsylvania state tax tables. And if you have the sheet, you're probably looking at my Calculate Net Pay resource. If you're just dealing with the white one, then you probably just have this Calculate Income Tax resource. And both of those can be found on my Teachers Pay Teacher Store. Just go to pieeducator.store or look for the link in the description. If we look at the Pennsylvania tax tables, now if you don't have this, just go onto Google and Google Pennsylvania state tax tables for 2023 or whatever year you're looking at, and you'll be able to find those. I recommend going directly to a government website or to a site such as NerdWallet, where they typically do a good job of summarizing correctly what the tax tables are. We can see for Pennsylvania, this is going to be a very easy calculation because Pennsylvania has a flat tax system. So some states have progressive tax, like you can see New York below this, they've got a bunch of brackets. Pennsylvania only has one. So they charge the same tax rate for all individuals living in Pennsylvania. One thing I do want to note, and it's not on the sheet, but it will be soon, in some states you are able to subtract your traditional IRA, 403B, 401k, 457 contributions. In Pennsylvania, though, they do not count those as something that will deduct your taxable income like it does at the federal level. Some states do, some states don't. You need to check with yours or with your accountant or CPA before you make any assumptions about your income. So if you're doing it for Pennsylvania, you can't subtract it out. Okay, let's get started. So we're gonna do a salary of $100,000, and not because it's the average salary of an American or anything like that, but just because it's a nice round number. It lets us go through a couple of brackets if we were doing multiple brackets, and I'm trying to do all of my videos with the same amount. So our state taxable income is $100,000. Standard deduction, check our sheet. Pennsylvania standard deduction is $0. So Pennsylvania does not let you deduct any of your income before it gets taxed. So the full $100,000 gets taxed here. I think the reason for that is Pennsylvania has a generally low tax rate, 3.07%. Like you can see for New York, again, the percentages go all the way up to 9.65%. So Pennsylvania is kind of like, we're keeping it at a low tax rate, but we're going to tax all of your money with no standard deduction, but everyone will pay the same amount. So taxable income, $100,000. The first bracket, this is the only bracket, so there's no limit to the amount that can go in here. So 100,000 is going to be less than whatever it is, so we're going to put the whole 100,000 in. And the rate is 3.07%. So you have to multiply that, or divide it by 100 to get the decimal, and then we're going to multiply by the 100,000. So it's 0.0307 as a decimal, and 100,000 times 0.0307 is $3,070. So there's no real adding to do. Our tilde amount of state income tax is the exact same, $3,070. So that is a state income tax calculation for Pennsylvania. If you have any questions about it, please leave it in the comment section below on your video, or send me an email to pieeducator@gmail.com. Again, you can find this resource, the tax tables and the Calculate Net Pay resource on my TPT store. Just go to pieeducator.store. Thanks so much.